on to the actual work. We're going to remove all these temporary files using CCleaner. If you use autocomplete or save passwords in Internet Explorer, please read the error messages that I'm just going to fly through. This computer has no stored passwords, but it will erase your stored passwords in Internet Explorer. So also delete all the cookies, all the stuff you've downloaded. On a computer that's 2 to 3 years old that isn't cleaned up, you could easily cut back several gigs of data, which equates to less time for Malwarebytes and Spybot. Here I am updating Malwarebytes again. Really just out of habit. I know it's up to date, but you always want to make sure that you're as up to date as possible. Okay, 59 items found by Malwarebytes. That scan was a little time-lapsed. It's not really that fast. I'm going through the list, just checking everything over. Everything it found, I absolutely want to remove. This is a log file. Quite often you'll see people post this onto a forum or something if they're having problems removing a really stubborn piece of spyware, something that Malwarebytes or Spybot can't remove. Today, Spybot and Malwarebytes will pretty much get rid of everything you can get infected with on the internet. Okay, we're gonna download some updates here. Now, Spybot has a cool feature that's a little bit of a preventative measure. It's the immunize function. Essentially blocks you from downloading, plugins, websites, cleans your host file. Any IP that is known for originating spyware, they block. Okay, so that's done. Now over to the search and destroy. And we're going to click check for problems. It's going to scan, see how many problems it can find. 33 problems found. Okay, these are 33 problems that Malwarebytes missed. Now, not one of these is really a major infection, but it's very, very good to remove all these. Essentially, if we were not to remove these and just use Malwarebytes, the chances of us reinfecting ourselves with Antivirus 2010 or the System Guard are very, very likely. Okay, a couple more preventative measures. We're going to go to the Internet Properties. It can be found in the Control Panel or by right-clicking on Internet Explorer, going to Internet Properties. Then we're going to go to the Advanced tab. Then we're going to uncheck Enable Third-Party Browser Extensions. This will disable any toolbar in Internet Explorer. If you're a fan of toolbars or Internet Explorer extensions, I'm sorry, go to Firefox. 90% of spyware comes in ways of toolbars and browser extensions. Just that simple, disabling that checkmark or unchecking that will prevent a lot of spyware infections. Another program we're going to use is called Hijack This. It's just going to really just do a scan of the computer and see if there's any other pieces of information that we missed that we might want to remove. I would definitely say this is a more advanced program, so don't uncheck anything. If you're unsure, leave it alone. Go to the internet, search to find out what it is. Okay, we've got it installed. I'm going to do a system scan and save a log file. Ah, look at that. We got a bunch of host files. or IP addresses in our host file, which essentially means if we were to go to any of those websites, we would be sent to a website that would probably try to infect our computer with spyware. So I'm going to go ahead and try and remove all of these. Anything that starts with BHO, in this particular case we don't have anything that starts with BHO, but if you did, you could easily get rid of it. Again, you're really just going to have to do a little bit more research on what each one of these items are if you see anything that's suspicious. Obviously, if we were to see anything that said System Guard or Antivirus 2010, we would put a check mark into it and hit the Fix Checked button at the bottom. I'm just going and removing a couple other goofy things. No reason for the Windows Welcome Center to start up every time I start the computer. Now we're going to go ahead and restart the computer back into its regular mode. See if we can't test to see how good we were. First thing, I'm going to uncheck restart and save mode with the Microsoft System Configuration utility, and then go ahead and restart the computer. This way it'll boot up regular. You could just restart the computer if you didn't use msconfig to begin with. Okay, so here we are, the computer's restarted. We're going to go to Google News, see if we can get any interaction from the Antivirus 2010, see if it'll, kidscraftstone.com, that's where we went initially. Let's see if we can get that page to load. It's also a good idea to reinstall your antivirus at this point. Once you have any sort of infection, whether it's a virus, spyware, it will usually tamper with your antivirus. So uninstalling it and reinstalling it would be a good step to do right now. Also, a Windows update. Turn on automatic updates and do a full Windows update. It looks like Kids Craft Zone loaded correctly. So it looks like we were very successful in removing the spyware. Everything else, a little bit of housekeeping, remove some icons on the desktop, and that's it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please visit battlespyware.com, where we'll post daily blogs about removing spyware from computers.